Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by Color Positive Movies. My name is Joe. This video is going to be a general movie discussion. I'm going to talk about some of the movies, a few movies I saw when I was a kid that really hooked me on film. And then I'm going to try and answer the question why I can watch movies over and over again, particularly certain movies over and over again. And hopefully some of you will connect with that or relate to it, so please stick around and let's get rolling. Alright, so I get this question from time to time, especially with the YouTube channel now. Not so much from family, but from friends and coworkers is, how can you watch movies, the same movies all the time and over again? What's the point? You know how it ends, you know all the surprises or scares or whatever. Well, normally how I answer that is I relate movies to music. How can you listen to the same band or same songs over and over again? Obviously, songs are a few minutes, movies take more time, but it's the same thing. It's that connection. It's what the song, either the lyrics or music, say to you. Same with film. You're connecting with that art form somehow. All right. So the first movie up from my youth was really the first movie I remember seeing in the theaters. I was about 7 years old. My older sister decides to take me to see Jaws, and then she tells me, once the movie starts, they lock the doors and you can't get out. So I sat there watching this movie. I don't particularly remember the whole experience, but I just remember sitting there. I was so afraid, but I was having so much fun at the same time. And I think that was my first real movie experience. And, Jaws was definitely the movie that kind of set me in motion and that connection to film. All right, so next up is Rocky. There's this extra connection because my parents, my parents grew up in Philadelphia. I was raised just outside the city, so there is that connection. And, Rocky to me, again, I was a small kid. And this was this, just amazing film. But as a child, I kind of saw it as, the big fight at the end. But that really kind of connected with me, that underdog kind of story. And still resonates with me today. All right, then there's Star Wars. And that was about 7 or 8, somewhere around there when this came out. I want to say I saw it at drive-in movie theater. At least that's what I can remember. And just the whole experience as a kid, my eyes were just, laser swords. I mean, it was just so much action and all these different characters. It was something on such a large scale I'd never seen before in film. So that was a movie that, as a kid, I had all the toys, all that kind of stuff. It was just massive. All right, so the last movie I'm going to talk about that had a big impact was Halloween. I saw this, I was probably about 13. I want to say it's on the VHS. I do remember sneaking in a bunch of movies, there's a Friday the 13th movie every year when I was growing up. But this film really connected with me. As far as horror, it's my favorite genre. I always say, Jaws hooked me, pun intended, but Halloween reeled me in. It's such a classic. It's kind of that everything builds, the suspense builds. It's not a gory movie, but it's so well made. The story's there. All right, so let's talk these 4 movies as a whole. These are mid to late 70 movies, which all hold up to the test of time. And when I saw them young, Rocky was just a boxing movie. As I matured, Rocky's a love story, and it's a great one. It's probably one of the best ones told. Jaws, it's horror / thriller / suspense / action. The characters are incredible. The story's incredible. That's why it's lasted so long. You care about the characters. It isn't about a shark, which it is, but the story is everything else. Star Wars, as you get older, it's about connecting with everything. And when I was a kid, it was, again, laser swords and laser blasters and this thing coming out of the compactor. As you see it with older eyes, it takes on different meanings. And then Halloween, you understand what a good film that is. I think that's, I guess I was lucky with those 4 that they've lasted the test of time. They weren't cliched films or just a film made to capitalize on something that's hot and selling. And that goes back to why you can watch these films over and over again. There's a connection to them. That's why I love talking movies. That's why I do this channel. That's why I'm trying to connect with you so we can have these discussions. So anyway, I don't know if I actually answered the question or I just rambled, but I think that's why I can watch movies over and over again. What about you? What were the films that connected you and hooked you and said, wow, this is something I'm really into? And the movies that you go back to, kind of like your songs, the songs or the bands that you go to that are your staple. Let me know. Let's talk about it. All right, I'm going to throw up a link to some other videos up here. Hopefully you check them out and see what you think. And the subscribe button or Color Positive Movies logos right here. Just hit that to subscribe. We love to build a channel in our community. Thanks for stopping by Color Positive Movies, and see you again soon.